I am walking through a quiet residential street in Florida, where nothing ever feels out of place. The houses are ordinary, the lawns trimmed, the air heavy with late afternoon heat. Everything looks normal. Then I notice the front door. It is wide open. Inside the house, shadows move where they shouldn't. The silence feels wrong, thick, unnatural. I step closer and hear a low, wet sound scraping across the floor. That is when I see it. A medium-sized adult alligator is inside the living room, its thick body pressed against the tile, tail stretched across the hallway. Its jaws are slightly open, teeth visible, breath slow and steady. The alligator does not belong here. It has crossed a line that cannot be ignored. Furniture is overturned, claw marks cut across the floor, and the space feels suddenly too small for something this dangerous. I realize people live here. Someone could still be inside. The alligator shifts its weight, claws scraping loudly, eyes locking forward as if sensing movement. I freeze, standing in the doorway, knowing this is no longer just an animal sighting. This is a situation that can turn fatal in seconds. There is no barrier between the alligator and the rest of the house, no safe distance, no warning signs. And I understand that if I step back now, whatever happens next will happen without control. I stay near the doorway, but the space between me and the alligator feels like it is shrinking. Every second inside this house stretches longer than it should. The alligator begins to move again. Its body shifts with slow, deliberate force, claws scraping louder now, echoing through the walls. The sound travels down the hallway, reaching rooms I cannot see. I realize the danger is no longer contained to the living room. The alligator turns its body, angling toward the interior of the house, blocking any clear path forward. If someone is hiding inside, there is nowhere safe left. The air feels heavier. The heat presses against my chest, making each breath slower, harder to control. The alligator lifts its head higher, jaws opening wider this time. Teeth catch the light, sharp and unforgiving. I take a step back, then stop myself. Retreat feels like surrender. The animal lunges forward suddenly, closing distance in a violent burst of motion. I react on instinct, barely keeping balance as my heart races. Furniture shifts. A table scrapes across the floor. The house trembles under the weight of something that does not belong here. I scan the room desperately, looking for anything that could create space, anything that could slow the alligator down. There is nothing. The alligator's tail slams against the wall, leaving a deep mark in the drywall. The damage feels permanent, like a warning. I realize the situation is spiraling faster than I can control alone. Every movement I make risks triggering a full attack. The alligator holds still again, watching me, patient, calculating. Time feels like it is running out, slipping away in silence. I understand now that this is no longer about observation or caution. This is about intervention before the house becomes a trap with no survivors. I know I cannot hold this position any longer. Standing still is no longer keeping anyone safe. I move with intention now, slow but decisive, keeping my body visible and controlled. Every step is calculated to avoid triggering a full charge. The alligator reacts immediately. Its head follows my movement, jaws opening wider, teeth fully exposed. I lower my center of gravity, widening my stance to stay balanced on the slick floor. My eyes stay locked on the head and tail, the only parts that matter. I reach for the nearest solid object, a heavy wooden chair overturned nearby. I lift it between us, creating a fragile barrier. The alligator lunges forward again. Not a full attack, but close enough to feel the air move. The chair absorbs the movement as the alligator's snout collides with it. The impact is violent, shaking my arms and sending splinters across the floor. I do not retreat. I pivot sideways, using the momentum to redirect its focus away from the hallway. The alligator snaps its jaws repeatedly, tail whipping against the wall, cracking more drywall. The house feels like it is breaking apart around us. I advance one step, forcing the animal to shift backward. This is not dominance, this is pressure. I use sound and movement, stomping hard to hold its attention on me alone. The goal is simple: keep it away from the rest of the house. The alligator hesitates for the first time. Its body stiffens, reassessing the situation. I see an opening toward the front door. It is small, it is dangerous, but it is the only chance to change the outcome. I position myself to guide the alligator's movement inch by inch toward the exit. One mistake here ends everything. My muscles burn, arms shaking, breath ragged. The intervention has begun, and there is no turning back now. I think it is over. For a brief moment, I believe the worst has passed. Then everything goes wrong. The alligator explodes back toward the doorway with sudden force, faster than before. Its body twists violently, tail slamming against the door frame, claws scraping for grip. I lose my footing. My heel slips on broken wood and dust. The chair drops from my hands. The alligator surges forward, jaws snapping shut inches from my legs. The sound is sharp, final, terrifying. I fall backward into the living room. The alligator follows instantly, reclaiming space, reclaiming control. Its head lifts higher than before, jaws opening wide, teeth fully exposed. The distance between us disappears. I feel the floor press against my back, my lungs burning as panic threatens to take over. There is no barrier now, no buffer. The alligator lunges again, time fractures into fragments. I see the teeth. I feel the air move. I react without thinking. I roll hard to the side as the jaws slam into the floor where my legs were a second earlier. The impact cracks tile. I scramble to my knees, heart hammering, muscles screaming. The alligator turns instantly, tracking me, patient even now. I spot the only thing left within reach, the broken leg of the wooden chair. I grab it with both hands. The alligator charges. This time it commits fully. I plant my feet and drive the broken wood forward, aiming for the snout, not the body. The strike lands. The alligator recoils just enough. Not pain, surprise. That moment changes everything. I shout with movement, stomping, advancing, refusing to give ground. I force it backward step by step toward the open door. The alligator hesitates again, instincts colliding. Indoors is no longer control. With one final surge, it turns sideways, retreating toward the light. I stay on it, pushing, pressing, guiding with everything left in my body. If I stop now, I die. The alligator crosses the threshold. Its tail lashes once more inside the house, then disappears outside. I slam the door shut with shaking hands. The silence afterward is crushing. I stand alone in the destroyed living room, chest heaving, legs barely holding me upright. I am alive. Barely. And I know the outcome could have gone the other way by a fraction of a second. I stay still for a long moment after the door closes. My hands are shaking, my breathing uneven, my body slow to accept that the danger is gone. The house is quiet again. I listen carefully. No scraping, no movement. Outside, through the window, I see the alligator moving away from the house, its heavy body sliding back toward the yard, returning to the space where it belongs. The threat retreats without triumph, without drama, just survival. I step away from the door and look around the living room. The damage is everywhere. Broken furniture, cracked tile, claw marks in the walls. But the house still stands. No one inside is hurt. No one was taken by the chaos that nearly swallowed this place. I feel the weight of what almost happened settle into my chest. A quiet sadness mixed with relief. This was never about winning. It was about preventing loss. Outside, the alligator disappears beyond the fence line, moving slowly, calmly, no longer trapped or confused. It is free again. I open the door carefully and watch from a distance as it vanishes into the Florida landscape. There is no chase, no punishment, only separation. I close the door once more, this time with intention. The house feels different now. Fragile, but alive. I take a deep breath, grounding myself in the stillness that returns after danger passes. This place will be repaired. The people who live here will return, and the line between human space and wild space has been restored. I walk away knowing that today ends without tragedy, without death, just a reminder of how close everything came to breaking, and how it didn't.